Hello, pilots, and welcome back to another X-Wing flight video brought to you by Out of Art Gaming. As always, my name is Phil, and today I am joined by...
Hi guys, it's Amy. It's really great to be back.
Hi Amy, welcome back to the channel. Been a couple of weeks since you've been on, so I thought I'd bring some first order aces for you to commentate on, as we know that you're a big fan of aces and the general bad guys.
Yeah, my inner Sith is very happy right now.
Good. So we have an interesting matchup here. We have Rich and first time on the channel Duncan. So this is recorded at Entoyment in Poole. It's looking like it's going to be a really good game, really interesting one. So let's break down those lists. So Amy, did you want to run through Rich's first order aces for us?
Yep, so we've got Von Reg in the Major Von Reg's tie, fielding Elusive and Afterburners. Quick Draw in the Special Forces tie with Special Forces Gunner and a shield upgrade, and Blackout in the Silencer with Daredevil.
Nice. Interesting to see Daredevil on the Silencer. It's not something you see commonly on there.
No, it's not something I've seen either. I've not seen it before on a Silencer, so it'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of it though. It's definitely an interesting one, giving it obviously a lot more maneuverability there, which is saying something because obviously the Silencer is quite maneuverable in the first place. I mean, maybe didn't have enough points in there for trick shot, but it's going to be an interesting one to see how much movement we're going to see out of Blackout in this game.
Yeah.
But coming up against Rich and his first order aces, we have Duncan with his Scum list. We have Fenrau with Fearless. We have Asajj Ventress with Heightened Perception, Ketsu Onyo, and the Shadowcaster title. And first time on the channel, we have a Kimagila in the form of Tirani Calder with Expert Handling. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've been trying to work out lists with the Kimagila because I think it's a really cool looking ship and it can do some interesting things. So, Duncan, I might be looking at borrowing some of this list build that you've got there, so I hope he doesn't mind that.
Kimagila is so much good fun. I mean, I remember buying it way back in version 1 and it was so fun.
I mean, it's the ship that introduced the bullseye arc to everyone. And at first we were like, what is this crazy arc? Bullseye? What? No, surely it's forward arc 180 or 360. The Kimagila introduced bullseye towards the latter part of 1.0. And then 2.0 comes out and everything has a bullseye now and it's just become natural for us. So...
yeah.
But I like it. It's a cool looking ship. It really fits well on that medium-sized base. And as you said, the Kimagila is one of those ships that really utilizes that bullseye because, well, that was its gimmick in version 1. So it'll be interesting to see how often the bullseye abilities come off there. But at the moment, it looks like we're getting quite an aggressive push there from Blackout. So let's see.
It's going straight in.
Yeah. We'd probably try to see if he can get a few of those obstacles in the way to trigger his ability before they clear them. Now, it is worth noting Duncan does have initiative, so Fenrau will be moving and shooting before both Von Reg and Quick Draw. That's obviously going to be a little bit interesting if they come into close contact, seeing if maybe Fenrau can trigger some of Quick Draw's double tapping bonus shots there. Quick Draw obviously has shield upgrade on there to try and maximize that flavorful stuff that he has going, or she has going, sorry. So, I mean, what do you think of this first order list, by the way? Is this a kind of first order list that you'd be confident and happy running?
I'll be honest, I've got 2 of the Von Reg ties. I've not actually flown them yet. But they are good fun. I love flying silencers. and I really do like the Special Forces ties as well. So I'm confident that those two will work quite well together. The Von Reg tie, it'll be interesting to see. They've got some really cool stuff, and the ship looks awesome. So I have to admit, I'd feel comfortable flying this list.
I mean, I do love the Von Reg tie. Not only is it like a really meaty interceptor, but also that bright red paint job on there is super cool. Again, I love the silencer, and the TIE SF is just a great fun ship. What's actually quite funny to note is that pretty much opposite this table, I am actually running the exact 3 same ships with a slightly different loadout on them. But I am actually running Blackout, Von Reg, and Quick Draw as well against someone else in the store at the exact same time this was being played, which I found absolutely hilarious. So, but it just goes to show you can have the same 3 basic ships, but it's almost a completely different build. I think the only thing that is the same on there for upgrades is the Special Forces gunner. All of the other upgrades are completely different on my list.
Yeah, it's kind of a given. The Special Forces gunner definitely has to go on the on this TIE SF. It has to. It just works so well.
Yeah, I mean, especially Quick Draw, I think it's a must-have on there because it just really opens up what Quick Draw can do. But yeah, the ability there, I mean, I'm assuming we've probably got people watching that are quite familiar with that, but did you want to just quickly run through the Special Forces Gunner card just to remind our viewers exactly what that can do?
Yeah, so while you perform a primary attack, if your arc indicator is in the primary arc, which it is at the moment, I can see that at the bottom corner Rich is doing, you may roll 1 additional attack die. After you perform that attack, if your arc is in your rear arc, then you can do a bonus primary. So it sort of gives you a bit more options as to who you want to shoot at. If you've got somebody in front of you and there's somebody behind you, got extra things to shoot at. It's just generally cool.
You can shoot both. I mean, in theory, you could actually shoot 3 times with Quick Draw. You could do the primary out the front. If the arc's in the back, you can then shoot out the back. And then if they shoot you and withdraw and take a shield off you, there's a 3rd shot coming through.
Yep.
So I don't know if you can trigger that for 4 shots, but definitely you can do it for 3, which is, I mean, it'll be an absolute worldie if you can pull that off. I'm not going to lie. But it is pretty cool that you can sort of do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're giving a lot of love to the First Order at the moment. We do still have some really cool ships on the other side. Like I said, we've got Fen Rao. He's back. It's a different Fen Rao to the one we saw last week. He's back with his usual Fearless, which, that's a tricky one to deal with. Like he's definitely, I think we've mentioned this a lot of times, but he's like top 3 pilots in that build there. He's very strong. But Asajj Ventress is an interesting one there, especially with the loadout she's got. So I really like the inclusion of heightened perception on there, allowing her to be able to spend a force to attack at initiative 7. Now, what's also quite fun with Ventress in the Shadowcaster, at the start of the engagement phase, you may choose 1 enemy ship in your turret arc at range 0 to 2 and spend 1 charge. If you do, that ship gains 1 stress token unless it removes 1 green token. So straight away she can strip tokens, then take a shot with heightened perception, and then finishing all of this off, after you perform an attack that hits, if the defender is in your turret and forward arc, gain a tractor token. So it's a bit of a brutal one. So shoot first, potentially tractor, strip your green tokens, give you that tractor token so you're at -1 agility, and then everything else shoots afterwards. And against those aces, they definitely don't like their agility being taken away.
No.
And that doesn't even take into account Ketsuonyo, who just adds more flavour to the Shadowcaster. At the start of the end phase, you may choose one enemy ship at range 0 to 2 in your firing arc. If you do, that ship does not remove its tractor token. So whereas it would normally come off at the end of the turn, that stays on. So you can really, really cause some hurt on those ships.
Yep.
And plus, the Shadowcaster just looks so cool. It's just, I love it.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I mean, I've nicknamed it the Space Pancake. I'm sure other people have as well, but I do love the Shadowcaster.
Yeah, it's just so cool. And it just lends itself to some really cool paint jobs. I've seen some excellent paint jobs online. Ben, who we featured on the channel a couple of times, has got a really nicely painted Shadowcaster. I've got an okay-ish painted Shadowcaster, like most of my repaints, but it's a cool ship. And then again, not to forget, we've got Tirani Calder in there in the Kimagila, who really makes the most of that bullseye arc. So you have the normal ship built ability, Dead to Rights. While you perform an attack, if the defender is in your bullseye, defense dice cannot be modified using green tokens. That's scary and dangerous.
Yep.
And then Tirani's ability, after you perform an attack, each enemy ship in your bullseye suffers 1 hit damage unless it removes 1 green token. So there's definitely a combo with Asajj and Tirani there. Asajj stripping those tokens first, and then Tirani just doubling down on that pain.
Oh, yes.
So you've really got to watch out for that one. But it does look like we might be coming close to our first engagement once Quick Draw moves up. But whilst we're waiting for that, obviously it's a good time now to remind you that we do have a Patreon. So if you do like what we do here and want to support the channel, then check out our Patreon. The link is in the description below. And for just £2 a month, you can help us in making even more content for you. And we would very much appreciate any help you'd like to send our way there. So as I said, the link for our Patreon is in the description below. Oh, and talking of bullseye.
Yeah. It's not really where Von Reg wants to be.
Well, it's interesting because Von Reg has a bullseye ability as well.
Yeah.
But it triggers in the system phase. And I'm wondering if Rich... Not sure how familiar Rich is with some of these Scum ships, especially Tirani, because, again, we don't see the Kimagila very often. So, that could also be painful. All depends on if Quick Draw's in range there at that bullseye, but we could be seeing a really nice bullseye effect coming in here. But is that within range 3? I don't know.
Could be quite tight either way if Fen Rao is at range 3. And not in a great spot.
No. I mean, Fenrir might be able to just catch range 3, possibly on Quick Draw, I think.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like we're going to start with Asajj, flipping a force for that heightened perception. And looks like we've got... Is that range?
I think it's range 2 by the looks of it.
Ooh. A little bit of bumping on the table, but that's fine. So, no range. Can't quite see because of the wing there. But we'll see how many evade dice are rolled there. But it's not obstructed. 2 hits of the crit, that's not a bad start. but that's a better roll. So it does look like it was range 3, so that is 3 evades there. Blackout lucking out a bit there. Makes me think that we possibly, I said if it was range 3, then the trigger for Assage's ability doesn't take effect. Looks like it's range 3 on either Quick Draw or Von Reg.
I don't think Quick Draw hasn't got a token, have they? Or have they?
No, Quick Draw doesn't have a token, so it'll be sort of an ideal target. 1 crit, so definitely got to spend the focus there because you've got nothing coming back at you. So again, we've got some more pearlescent dice on the table, so they're a bit tricky to see on the overlay there, but we'll try and keep it clear for you. Ooh, and there was a focus token just on the Quick Draw's wing there, so another good evade roll there.
Wasn't sure if it was one of the asteroids for the mat.
It is a bit tricky with that mat actually sometimes. Luckily, I think the obstacles we've got there are fairly clear, so we can actually sort of see there.
Yeah, that is a cool mat.
Yeah. Ooh, so 2 focuses there from Von Reg, definitely worth spending that. 2 hits. Ooh, so I think Rich has just noticed that he actually has a deplete token there, so he's just re-rolling those and gets a better roll anyway. So that's hit crit. And that's 1 going through on Tirani there.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, that looks like it's just out of range for Quick Draw there. Although that is going to be quite lucky that not going to be suffering any damage due to Tirani's ability. But we do have Blackout with a lovely shot through to Tirani through the obstacles. So
On Blackout.
So this is the ideal ship to get with Blackout's ability. So reducing the evades down by 2. So Tirani gets 1 basic, 1 for the obstacle, loses 2 because of Blackout. So this is just pure damage output from Blackout here. So this is the perfect time to maximize that.
Multiple crits.
So that's 2 hits and
Looks
different. It's not a crit. It's a bit tricky to see. I think it's 3 hits there potentially. So a pretty good roll. And Duncan there is just obviously using his dice to sort of visualize exactly what's happening to him. Some of these interactions can be quite tricky, so it is always worth talking through with your opponent exactly what's happening so that you have that understanding there. Luckily, this is just a casual game, but it's even definitely worth doing that in a tournament as well. You want to make sure that you are doing everything as correctly as possible. So in the end, that looks like it was actually 2 hits going through onto Tirani, but still not a bad first round of shooting there. That's 3 damage has gone through onto Tirani. Now going to be shooting back at Von Reg.
Oh.
So we definitely know that both of Tirani's abilities are on here. So no green dice to modify. Not that Von Reg has any. And it looks like Von Reg is going to be taking an additional damage on top of whatever comes through.
Come on, Von Reg.
So that's a crit. So one thing I find a little bit interesting here is obviously we mentioned oh, that's a little bit painful.
Yeah. Ouch.
That's 4 blanks.
That's not what you want to see.
No, but definitely spending elusive there. I think that Rich should burn those dice right now.
Yeah, they need to go.
They're not good dice. He needs to switch back to the other ones he used. So that was 1 damage there from the attack and an additional damage because of Tarani's ability. Now I'm just having a look at those abilities, and overall they are pretty intense actually. I do find it quite funny though that obviously the Dead to Rights saying that you can't modify using green tokens, it almost locks that green token in place to negate Tarani's ability, unless that person has gone first, as in this case with Von Reg shooting before Tarani had already spending it. But it's a great ability and really utilising that bullseye there. So first initial engagement, 3 points of damage on Tarani, 2 points on Von Reg. I think I'd call first round there to Duncan if it was me. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'd say so.
And he's in a pretty good position to charge Tarani forward, get a nice block in there on Von Reg and possibly a quick draw, flank right round with Fen Rao, and also do like a little bit of flanking with Asajj there. So I think all in all, he's definitely in a good position. I think it's going to be tricky for Rich to avoid like 1 bump for Rich would be, I think, at this point, good.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out which maybe is the best way to go for the silencer, because even if the silencer was to go left, it's going to be in the way for both Von Reg and Quickdraw, who I'd say it'll probably make sense to go forward or bank left a little bit to go towards.
So either just book it forwards,
Yeah,
try and come left, and then maybe Daredevil round, or maybe even just boost forwards to try and come in at Fen, do you reckon?
I'd say boost forwards to go at Fen.
Okay, so to hopefully end up sort of around here and catching this arc, maybe hoping Fen comes in.
Yeah, because is Fen stressed?
Fen is stressed, yes. So
yeah,
that's.
so.
But then it's Fen. He's got an interceptor dial which just gets rid of stress, no problem. So. But let's see where Tarani's going. And that's a 2 forward. So that's right in the middle there. So either, unless Von Reg's done something fast, he's going to be bumping straight in the front here. So unless he's done something fast to get over the top and possibly straining himself, but if not, Quick Draw could potentially come in here, maybe with a 2 and have a good shot in, but
Yeah.
it's going to be tricky.
Yeah, I mean, Von Reg could possibly get away with a 5k turn. Maybe not with Asajj Ventress sat there now, but.
No, Asajj is in a very good blocking position and not straining herself. So no actions, but between those two, they were in a very nice position to block stuff. Let's see what we have here from Blackout. It looks like a 5 straight.
Which looks as if it's clearing. Yeah, that's easily cleared.
Yeah, 5 straight clears that. Absolutely no problems. So we're going to... Should be rolling for strain there. Because Blackout, although he likes the obstacles, he does not ignore them. Okay, so maybe we missed the strain roll. Maybe we missed the obstacle. Okay. I don't think Blackout should be doing that.
No, I agree. I think the template still would have gone through that gas cloud. I mean, yeah, I know it's cleared it, but...
I mean, the template 100% would go through the gas cloud because he was basically here.
Yeah.
So that template goes straight through that. So, I mean, again, obviously it's a casual game, so that's fine. Things get missed. So, but interesting. Fenrau looking like he wants to get right into the party right now. So if Vonreg does manage to skip over that chemo, then Fenrau's going to have a nice shot in there. What action would you be taking with Fenrau right now, do you reckon? Boost in, barrel roll, or just take a focus?
I'd say sit and take a focus because you don't know where Quickdraw and Vonreg are going.
Yeah, keep your arc a bit sort of more open there so you're not closing it off a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say maybe boost to the left to try and get towards the silencer, knowing that, you know, Blackout can't shoot back. But depending on where Quickdraw and Vonreg go, you're opening yourself up again. So
yeah, it is tricky. I think if Vonreg manages to clear Tirani, then it's a nice shot there from Fen. So I'd definitely say that. Well, there's the focus.
Yeah, he's staying.
Oh, no, it looks like we've got a boost as well. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, getting a bit closer to that silencer, it's just, I think you're running the risk of not being able to... You're running the risk of putting yourself in arc of Vonreg there if Vonreg bumps. So let's see what he's trying to do. Going for the 3 hard. I don't think that's clearing.
No, I think that's gonna...
It's so very close. Thinking they're just going to mark the ship up. When they get a straight template to do that. There you go. Those corner widgets are pretty handy, actually, especially for those medium-based ships. They're a bit trickier to... Obviously, a large-based ship or small-based ship, you can use the 1 and 2 to mark them up quite nicely and see exactly where it would have ended up. So they've called that it definitely will not clear.
Yeah.
But that does leave quite a nice shot from Vonreg into Fenrau. And Fenrau definitely does not have a shot back.
Yeah, I think that's probably worked out for the better.
For Rich, definitely. I think if Vonreg had cleared, he would have been in a bit of trouble there. And does Quickdraw get round enough? Oh, it looks like Quickdraw might also have got round just enough. If we have a look, We draw a line up. That is a terrible line, I'm not going to lie. But, I mean, I'll tell you what, I'll take an arc like that. That's a terrible arc. But I think that Quick Draw has got arc there on Fenral, so that is going to be quite nice.
Hopefully it'll be a nice shot as well, because he's got his arc in the front again. Well, I say again, it's still there, but...
Yeah. So it looks like Asajj is using the Force to heighten perception. I think not using it for Asajj's other ability just purely so that he has a way of modifying it, because obviously on that obstacle it's not got any modification dice at the moment. Oh, that's tough. Just the one hit there on Vonreg. And Vonreg manages just to squeak that through, but the gas cloud as well does allow him to change one. So Fenrir's going to have to go against the only target he has, which is Blackout.
Is that going to be range 3?
Oh.
Oh,
No,
or is he?
He is actually fully out of arc of everything. Oh, maybe that boost was not a good idea. If he'd have left that back, he definitely would have Blackout at range 3. So, that's tough. That is. I did not see that coming.
No.
So range 1 from Vonreg into Fen. No tokens to modify, but does he need it? We will see. Obviously, Fen does get a lot of evades, so 3 natural evades. Fen's ability, while you defend or perform an attack, if the attack range is 1, you may roll 1 additional die. So that gives him his 4. Oh, that's a good hit.
Oh, that is good.
3 hits and a crit there. Oh, so Concordia face off and the focus. And that's what makes Fen just so frustrating. He is an absolute beast. Absolute beast.
Oh my days. That was a good roll as well. You don't normally get rolls like that.
Not natural rolls. That was amazing. No. And it's the way it is. I mean, that's how things are with Fen. You've really got to be quite clever with Fen. I mean, that's why he's 71 points. But 3 hits there from Quick Draw. That's into Tirani.
Are they going to go through?
Just debating whether to spend that focus. I mean, it's worthwhile debate. It's worthwhile thinking about it. But it does put you down to 3 hull. But with nothing else shooting back at you, you could potentially get a range 1 modified shot back in. So that would be 4 dice with a focus into Quick Draw. Not going to lie. I think it's almost worth it, especially if you can strip all of those shields in 1 hit.
Yeah.
So, but spending that focus, so just the 2 hits, I mean, not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all there, but I mean, it's a really tough decision to make. I mean, potentially, I think I would have gone the aggressive side and saved it for this roll. Not that it would have made any difference because unfortunately that is 4 blanks. That's brutal.
Yeah. Good job they spent the focus.
Yeah. I mean, at least he's not getting another shot back at him from quick draw.
Yeah.
But Tirani's ability on the bullseye also doesn't catch quick draw, but that is another damage on Von Reg without any dice being thrown at him.
Oh, Von Reg.
Yeah. This is quite savage for Von Reg there. I do kind of feel a bit sorry for him.
He's probably sat there thinking, oh my god, but I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything wrong. Why? Oh, what Von Reg.
So back to the planning phase there. So some very good bumping from Duncan. Unfortunate boost from Fen getting him out of arc, but he came out of that quite well, actually. Shame he couldn't have put some more hurt in towards quick draw, but you know what? Von Reg is nearly down, so...
Yeah, which is always good to get a ship down, almost. Yeah. Blackout is pretty much untouched still, but then again, so are all of the Scum ships.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Rich was very unfortunate with Fen there. That was a ridiculously good evade roll, still having that focus as well. So that was a bit of a shame there for Rich. But got half points for Tirani right now. Tirani was unable to really respond. Yes, got that additional damage on Von Reg, but I think Duncan would have much preferred to have also got some damage in on quick draw as well. But movement-wise, it's quite tricky now. There's not a lot of space there to move. I mean, what would you do with the first order ships now? Obviously, we can imagine Blackout is going to have to be doing some form of 2 maneuver to clear that stress and come back round. But what about, say, Von Reg and quick draw? What would be your thinking there?
Quick draw, I would say do a one forward, or one bank either way. Von Reg, I would say maybe do a 5k.
Yeah.
So there's arcs either side of wherever those Scum ships may go. Blackout, I think it's safe to say that they're turning around and they're out of shooting for this round.
Yeah, although it's got Daredevil.
Mm.
So Daredevil could bring it back in for a cheeky range 3 shot, but we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, Von Reg could even do a 5k straight and then use the afterburners to close back in.
Yeah. I think, we've got, looks like a 4k from Tirani, which I think is a brilliant move there. Absolutely spot on and exactly what it needs to be doing. I'm not entirely sure what Assange should be doing here, because there's not a lot of space for that ship to fit into. So I think it's probably going to be a bump regardless of whatever Assange does.
Yeah. Shadowcaster doesn't have any form of stop movement, do they?
No, it doesn't have a stop, but it does have the almighty 5k turn on a large base ship.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a big bump there. I'm wondering if Duncan just sort of resigned himself to that and thought, I'm going to try and get as much space as possible out. I think that was, you know what? I think that was all right actually.
It's not bad.
Because if Von Reg is only doing something only doing a short manoeuvre, he is pretty much blocked. So he needs to be doing something more than a 2. And if quick draw does anything faster than unless quick draw is going to the right. So unless we see quick draw coming this way and turning his arc around, he's going to be bumping. Oh, there's the 2 hard from Blackout. Will we see? Yeah, there's the Daredevil. Nice.
Getting back in there.
Now, I'm wondering if that's going to catch Fen unaware there.
Yeah, because of course he's got to be doing some form of blue maneuver to clear that stress. So, oh.
No.
Okay.
That's maybe anticipating Blackout trying to go around those obstacles. I mean, you've got to boost Fen now, otherwise he's just going to get shot at for no reason. So if you manage to boost Fen 1 to the right, gets him starting his turnaround and gets him out of Blackout's arc, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe get yourself a little bit more distance from Von Reg and quick draw as well.
Ooh.
Oh. Interesting.
So is he going to barrel roll and then boost?
Can't.
Oh no.
It's barrel roll into focus.
Okay.
So unless he's trying to trigger Fen's ability and Concordia face-off, so going for that sort of backwards thinking range 1 means better defensiveness for Fen. I know it's a bit of odd thinking with Fen. He loves defending at range 3, but he loves doing everything else and defending at range 1. So it looks like we're moving quick draw first. Right, and there is that 1 bank.
Ooh.
Turning that arc. So does put him in a rather scary range 1 of Asajj, but keeping his arcs facing the ship, so interesting. Now, does Von Reg clear through or not? Tell you what, a 3 forward from Von Reg right now would be amazing. It would catch Fen really unaware.
That would be quite good.
Looks like Von Reg was a bump then.
Ah.
I'm trying to see. Von Reg was also a 1 bank. So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I suppose he's still got a shot at Fen though. That's still quite good.
Yeah, still got a range 2 shot at Fen, so hopefully we can get some decent damage in there. That, unfortunately, is not decent damage.
No.
Von Reg has been very inefficient this game. It's kind of frustrating, actually. I was kind of hoping to see some really good action from Von Reg, but the range 2 back at Tirani. Tirani does have a strain token, I believe, so quick draw has a target lock, so does he spend it? I'd say yeah.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, spend the target lock. Redraw the blank. Get a result. Yeah, then the focus. 2 damage straight through on Tirani. unfortunately, I think we are about to be saying bye-bye to Vonreg, because having a look at it, I'm pretty sure Vonreg is currently in Tirani's forward arc there, in Bullseye.
Yeah, definitely. That top left corner, I think, is definitely in Bullseye. Ooh.
So trying to see if we're catching obstructed there from... How many dice? Yeah, so going... That's unfortunate. He's got the target lock there, though, isn't he? Looks like the target lock was there.
Yeah, I think there was one.
I think I can see it. I think he's just debating spending it there. So target lock just there. Didn't spend it. Interesting. But Asajj going into quick draw. Range 1. Could be nasty. Wow. Wow. Those dice... I mean, it goes through. So that is a shield down on quick draw. You don't really want to be taking one shield off quick draw. You want to be taking more off at a time there. Because, well, quick draw is shooting again. Just the one. Tirani does have an evade this time. And gets it. So, here's the question. Who do you shoot? Well, with dice like that, it's not because of who you shoot at, it's who you're missing. But that is still Vonreg down because of Tirani's bullseye ability. So even without rolling any decent dice, Tirani is still doing some good work there.
Yeah. Bye, Vonreg.
I mean, I think Vonreg has only taken 1 damage from an actual attack in this game.
Yeah.
But is now dead. I mean, normally that comes down to poor flying and hitting a lot of obstacles, not just being in bullseye. It's kind of brutal.
It is. It's kind of making me want to play Scum a bit more, I have to admit.
Oh yeah, I mean, Scum have some great quirky abilities in there that you just can't believe sometimes. They're just so crazy. So
I mean, if they bring out the Razor Crest, that's it. I'm sold. I'm going straight back to Scum.
I mean, there's a couple of ships at the moment that I wanted to see them bring out. I mean, for me, there's a couple of ships I want to see. Razor Crest, obviously, is a given. I want to see Cad Bane's ship.
Yes.
Would be really cool to see as well. And Fennec Shan's ship Another one that'd be quite cool to see.
That looks cool.
But right now, we've got some interesting decisions to make for, I think, Rich more than Duncan. I think Duncan's got himself into quite a nice position here. I mean, Fen has no stress, so can turn around quite quickly. Tarani is behind everything, so it doesn't really matter what Tarani does. Asajj is the interesting one. Do you push Asajj so that she gets in front of Quick Draw to try and block, and then maybe turn that arc to try and catch out Blackout?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. That sounds like a good idea, because it would make sense for Quick Draw to do maybe like some form of one forward or one bank to try get somebody in arc still. So yeah, I think that's probably going to be the best thing for Asajj to do.
And I think for Rich, I think it's just quite tough now, actually. Like, he's not in the best position. I mean, Quick Draw, I don't know. Does Quick Draw also try and just do a hard turn to get round? Maybe like a 3 hard to the left up the board to try and avoid... well, there's a bump there from Tarani.
Ooh.
So no action there. Obviously, we'll try it. And that is the 3 hard from Asajj. Oh, that didn't come around quite as far as I thought, but swing that arc around, and I think you're going to catch Quick Draw quite nicely. I mean, Quick Draw's got quite a good escape route now, unfortunately. And if Blackout just does like a 2 straight, he could definitely take Tarani out. But let's see.
Ooh.
Like a glove. Like a glove.
I love seeing ships do that.
Especially in real life. Obviously on TTS, the margins for error there are so different, but in real life, it's just so much more satisfying.
Yeah.
But let's see, where is Fen going? So, doing the 2 hard. Yeah, 2 hard. So, more than likely, I would imagine boosting round. So I think checking for a potential target lock for later, which is a good option. Obviously, if you're confident you're not going to get shot and you're not going to have a shot yourself, taking a target lock is quite a good option.
Yeah. Definitely sets you up really nice for the next round.
Yeah, so just attaching a number indicator on there. So just looking forward to again seeing where Quick Draw ends up now. Can he or she, sorry, capitalise on Fenn's positioning? Oh, potentially. I mean, got that arc facing backwards, so that is going to be a bonus there for Quick Draw, but I think might catch both Fenn and Quick Draw there. Fenn and Tirani even, or even Asajj.
Also trying to figure out whether Tirani has Quick Draw, that bottom right corner just in bullseye. I don't think they do.
I think if Tirani manages to survive the shot from Blackout, I don't think Rich would be too upset if a shield is lost because of that, because then it would mean that he then gets to shoot again.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's range 3 on Fenn.
Oh.
That's not great.
No, that wasn't a good one.
Save those dice. Save those dice. Going in... I don't know if I'd go into Tirani. I'd have probably got into Asajj, but Tirani has no tokens. I mean, you can spend the focus and that's Tirani wiped off the board.
Yeah.
But that's actually a really tough one to call there, because obviously you're leaving Blackout with just a range 3 shot on Asajj through the obstacle, so it will still be 3v2. But I think I would have preferred the range 1 shot from Quick Draw into Asajj than Blackout to finish off Tirani.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand why Tirani got finished off first.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is such a tough call.
So spending that target lock now. And spending the focus, we have hit, crit.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. And that's both shields gone on Asajj there, so finally getting some attacks into her, so that's not too bad. Oh no. Apologies, spending a force there to... Oh no, spending the gas cloud.
Forgot about the gas cloud.
Fool. Yes, spending the gas cloud, so just 1 shield. So it's just most times we've seen a shot through the gas cloud, it's been because of Blackout, which meant there's been no tokens because it's normally against Tirani. But yeah, so gas cloud allowing you to change 1 blank to an evade. So obviously we've got Tirani off the board. Quick Draw's lost 1 shield. Asajj has lost 1 shield. Fenrau and Blackout still pretty healthy. Blackout's in an awkward position again. He's got an obstacle right in front of him. So does he say, oh well, and K-turn over the top?
K-turn might be wise.
Yeah. I think for me, that's probably the best option.
Yeah. Because either way, both Fenn and Asajj have got to do some sharp turns to go away from the edge of the boards.
I mean, they can do it. Those ships are pretty handy. I mean, for a large base ship, the Shadowcast has got a not too bad dial, to be honest. And Fen, well, again, it's an I6 Interceptor Ace. It's got all those moves that are just so good right now. But I think Quick Draw could potentially get herself into a really fun position. And if she gets right in the middle, she could be shooting both ways there, really utilising that ability again. Which is an ability that you very rarely see actually triggered. So it's quite nice to have seen it at least triggered once in this game.
Yeah, if it was to trigger a second time, that'd be fab. I think Quick Draw, maybe do like a 2 forward and just sit there in the middle and let Asajj and Fen come to her.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe a bit quicker, see if you can bump Fen. Because although it'd be quite cool to get that double shot, it'd also be quite good not to have to take shots from Fen, because you're looking at potentially being in range 1 at this point.
Oh, yes, good point.
Not only that, I think Asajj is most likely going to be using heightened perception there to be super tricksy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Avoiding the gas cloud. Oh, I fly silencers all the time, yet I forget that they can do the 3 Talon roll.
Yeah, I mean, that 3 Talon roll, that is just fantastic, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I still think I'd have done the K turn, because you're still not getting an action because it's a red maneuver. Yes, you might get a strain, but shooting through, you're going to be -2 to Fen. Ooh. Just the 1.
Okay.
So that's...
Fen's not in a good position.
Fen is not in a good position right now. He's got Blackout coming in from the side. Outside of range 1, so no Concordia. No Fen ability. Oh, I really want to see where Quick Draw ends up now.
I know.
Because quick Draw could be really, really interesting right now.
Going 3 forward, maybe even a 4 forward.
Potentially. Oh, so I think Duncan's just trying to work out whether to stick there or boost the barrier. He's just sticking with the focus. Let's see. I think that's a 2. No, it's a 3 bank. Which is going to get a really nice range 1. The only problem is that's... Okay, so barrel rolling up to get out of Fen's arc. I like that. So that means the attack to Fen not getting a shot here. So it looks like Asajj is going for that heightened perception attack though, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, that's not a bad attack.
No, that's quite
That's spending I think trying to spending the focus there to get 3 hits on quick draw. And that is 3 shields down. Now, looks like they're just checking, obviously, quick draw's ability. But they're also checking shadow cards. So what they're checking at the moment is how the interaction with Shadowcaster and Tractor Token on quick draw, does that go in effect before quick draw takes her bonus attack? So the way I see it is that the Tractor Token goes first, then quick draw, because it's the after you perform an attack that hits. So that goes into that activation queue, and then quick draw's bonus attack comes next.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now, the other thing that they're doing there is that they're obviously moving quick draw as well. Now, I'm just having a quick look back at the tractor rules, because now, it says obviously you assign a tractor token. Now, if you assign a tractor token, do you do the tractor move?
It's been that long since I've actually used tractor, to be honest.
Yeah. So, what it says in the rules, the ship is tractored whilst it has equal to or greater than a specific number of tractor tokens according to its size. A small ship requires at least 1 tractor token, a medium ship 2, and a large ship requires at least 3. A tractor token is an orange token. Well, we can see it on the board there.
Yeah.
The first time a ship becomes tractored each round, the player whose effect applied the tractor token may choose one of the following effects. Perform a barrel roll using the 1 straight maneuver template. The player applying the effect selects the direction of the barrel roll and the ship's final position. Or perform a boost. This move can cause the ship to move through or overlap an obstacle. After a ship has moved this way, the opponent may rotate the ship 90 degrees by taking a stress. I'm not sure. I mean, feel free to correct me in the comments, guys, but if with Asajj, does that actually allow you to move the ship with the tractor? I mean, not that it really makes much difference, because Fen has just done Fen things and said goodbye.
Yeah.
But initiative 6 steps, so quick draw will still get 2 shoots. Now the question is, do you take a shot at Fen or do you shoot backwards?
I'd say range 1 on Fen.
It's tricky though.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of evade dice. Let's see what the crit that's coming through is as well. Because this could be important. Because if it's a weapons failure, that's going to be a bit rubbish. And it is the suspense. I think that's too many cards, but so it's a damaged engine there. So not going to have any effect on the rest of the short lifespan that Quick Draw has here. And one hit back into Fen. That's not even worth it. Concord Dawn. Concordia Face Off will just literally flip that over, so that's a shame.
Yeah.
Fen doing damaging Fen things. That's 2 games in a row where he's just been really rude, doing lots of damage. But again, that's why he's a big favourite of Scum players. I mean, 71 points, is that too expensive? Is that not expensive enough? Again, that's another debate that can be had. I think maybe, don't hate me Scum players, I think he could be probably a little bit more expensive, but I think he is very, very good. I do like Fen.
Yeah.
Oh, blackout.
No, it just wasn't good.
No. The dice have really gone downhill there.
Were the dice gods with you on your table on the mat next door?
I'm not going to lie. The dice we had on our table were brutal. It was absolute chaos. It was quite a quick game. I think it was about 45-minute game in the end we had. And it was just absolute carnage. Unfortunately, I lost, but it was just so much fun. There was so much carnage on that one. I mean, not to say that this game hasn't been interesting. I've really enjoyed this game. This has been I'm liking the sort of cat and mousiness we've had between Blackout and Fen here. And I'll tell you what, watching that Kimagina in Tirani, it's making me go, I need to get that on the board again soon. And obviously we saw Quick Draw go down very quickly there. I mean, went from having just one shield gone to completely gone so quickly. And that's just the power of that combination of Asajj with heightened perception and the Shadowcaster ability, and then Fen Rao. I mean, you do not want to be range 1 of Fen Rao when you're facing each other, because that's his bread and butter. That's where Fen Rao lives. And ironically, that's where you die.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh, nice small maneuver. I think that's good. It's definitely a I'm going to catch you maneuver there. I almost think that Fen is probably going to be doing another one hard. And Blackout is most likely going to be taking 2 quite short-range shots.
Oh.
Ooh, interesting. Now, barrel roll to the right.
Oh, yeah, he could get away with it.
Barrel rolling to the left.
Oh.
Interesting. Maybe trying to stay out of Fen's arc. Interesting. I think I would have gone the other way.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I would go the other way as well.
Yeah, I think I'd have gone the other way to try and get out of Asajj's arc. Ooh, too hard from Fen.
Oh.
Oh, that would have been really, that barrel roll could have been quite handy because, oh no, too Talon. Oh, that barrel roll should have gone the other way. That is, oh, you are in Pain Town now, Blackout.
I have to admit, I'm a bit scared for them.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Because, yeah, you definitely heightened perception with Asajj. Get that tractor on. Oh, that's That's powerful.
The dice gods are back.
Yeah, that's 3 hits and a crit, spending that force. 100% spend that force. Oh, and that's 2 hits and a crit going through. That's blackout. Oh, unless he spends the focus, which I probably wouldn't. Nope, no focus spent. And that's a hull breach. Again, I think Rich has pulled out too many damage there. But that's the tractor, and I don't think Duncan's going to move him. No, he's not. So Fenrau with the 5 dice special. Nothing to modify it, but does he? Will he need mods? Nope. Fenrau does not need mods. Blackout. You got
blackout.
Good game.
That was a good game.
Well flown at the end there, Duncan. That was brilliant. Really stacking up those abilities of those ships. That is just... That was almost poetry in motion, that last phase there.
Yes.
So, unfortunate there for Rich, I think. Von Reg just getting trapped in that unfortunate space there with Tirani, and Quickdraw just getting zapped down so quickly. It was a bit of a shame, but all in all, really good game. Really nice to see those ships on the board again, especially the Kimagila.
Oh, yes. Definitely one of my favourite Scum ships is the Kimagila.
Yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to have to get that back out and use it a bit more. It's quite fun. So, but it'll be interesting to see what we've got coming up. We've got a tournament at Entoyment coming up on the 17th of July. So hopefully we'll see some really good fun lists from that. And we will be bringing you some games from that. Obviously, we'll be bringing you some more casual games in the meantime in the run-up to that. But Amy, again, I just want to say thank you very much for coming along and assisting me with some commentary there. I hope you enjoyed the game.
I thank you very much for having me back. And as always, I've absolutely loved watching and commentating the games.
Fantastic. And don't worry, I haven't forgot about our rematch with the triple arcs versus the triple lambdas. We will get that soon. But anyway, guys, again, thank you very much for watching. As I mentioned earlier, if you would like to support the channel, we do have a Patreon, and the link is in the description below. But don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time.